and live from a space of that instead of, you know, just kind of going through the motions.
Absolutely. And I think for all of us, just maybe seeing aging differently than like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And I know like some of you are watching like, well, you guys are only in your mid 40s. Like just say that when you're in your mid 60s. And I pray that I am in my mid 60s someday and that I'm saying that and that we're traveling our faces off and we're wrinkly.
Yep.
And we are just doing freaking life. That's what we're going to do.
We are going to do
That's
that.
what we're going to do.
Because, yep.
Here's the deal. We're two moms. We pop babies out in our 40s. It was hard.
It was hard, but it was also one of the best things that ever happened to us.
But now we're moms in our 40s.
Yeah, yep. So let's talk about it. The real stuff, the messy stuff, the funny stuff, the real women, real life, real shit stuff.
From perimenopause to pissed off preschoolers,
Real life hardships and the embarrassing stuff we don't always want to share.
we challenge a perspective shift in every episode that'll bring you to tears or to piss your pants laughter.
Sometimes both.
You're not going to find perfectly curated content with mature-ish mamas. You get what you get. You don't throw a fit. I'm Cal,
I'm Megs.
and this is Mature-ish Mamas.
Life unfiltered.
Because if you want a show, we're a shit show, and we're here for you.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by I Am Journey, a program designed to help women step into their greatest life through bite-sized, easy-to-digest lessons. They're entertaining, practical, and paired with simple daily practices that actually make a difference.
I've never even seen those before.
Yeah. They were in our Arizona pack.
Oh, that's cute.
And they were like, dude, wasn't that so funny, the Arizona fruit snacks? I'm like, what are you talking about?
Privilege. It's a privilege to get old.
Dude, it is a privilege to get old.
It is. Guess what? Guess what? One of your goals in life should be to have as many birthdays as absolutely possible.
You know what? When you start thinking about life and the end of life and getting old and all the things, you do start thinking about how, like, a lot of times we're not big celebration, like, birthday people. We're kind of like, oh, yeah, it's birthday. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Why don't we celebrate every birthday? I mean, you might only get 90 birthdays. You might as well make all 90 pretty freaking awesome.
Right?
Like today's Cinco de Mayo. How many Cinco de Mayos are we going to get? Not when you guys are watching. It's probably Cinco de Abril.
It's also Scott's birthday.
It's also Grandpa's birthday.
Today is his birthday.
Grandpa's birthday. He's 73. This is his 73rd celebration of birthdays.
That's pretty awesome.
Oh, it is. And then like the honor to get old and get wrinkly and get crotchety and get wise and get loud and get...
And just get like each year you like get to be more and more who you are, like who authentically 110,000% who you are. Like I love little old ladies.
Let's talk about our favorite things about old people.
I just love it because they just really don't give a fuck, but they also like do it in the best way possible. Like I feel like most of the time, they're not like rude about it.
No.
They just know how. They just know how to say something and get the point across and be very direct without like, you're kind of just like, oh my gosh, I think I love you more now.
Yeah, they're coming from a space of love, but the directness is kind of like, let's move on. Like, let's get this shit over, whatever it is. Like, give me the cookies, whatever that. I mean, I don't know. Like,
yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of one too. It's like, but no, they just do it.
Yeah. And they're
there's no more pussyfooting around.
Gosh, my grandma Bev, she was so fun. Let's tell grandma stories.
Okay.
She was so fun. She'd sit around her like, you know, her big oval table every time we'd come visit her, and she always had the big thing of cookies. But she was not intimidated to say, I mean, and this was long coming time ago because John, maybe we were just starting to date, but she's not going to be scared to talk about how cute John's ass is. You know, just like, like look at that. Look at your husband or boyfriend or whatever it is at the time. Like, he's got a great ass. I'm like, he does, Grandma. Thank you for acknowledging that.
Facts are facts.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Hey, John, nice ass. That's what. Here, let me tap that. I'm not. That sounded weird. Let me like hit your butt. You know,
Yeah,
like,
if you're not watching, she
just
meant
a little
like
spank, a little spanky poo. Like, oh, you're so cute. It was just like those are the things where like I'm going to acknowledge something that I enjoy, and I don't care what you think because I'm coming from a space of love.
Yeah. She's not trying to be gross about it or weird or anything. And it's just like so perfectly awesome that not only can they do that, but they can get away with it and it's fine.
It's the best.
You know what I mean? Like, I was thinking what would I would say about Lee, and oh my gosh, I remember one time we were in her car. She had a little white Honda Accord, and she's driving us around.
Yeah.
And I don't even know why, but she was getting pulled over, and she didn't have her seatbelt on, and she was freaking out that she didn't have her seatbelt on. She was like so worried about it, so she literally like starts to try and pull it down over, and then she's like, fuck it, I'm getting out. And she got out of the car. The police officer's like, ma'am, get in your car. And she's like, I just want, what's going on, officer? Just because she doesn't have her seatbelt on.
Oh my gosh, that's actually a pretty bold move.
It is, but she could get away with it because she's just this little old cute lady.
And then he's just like, oh wow, she is just.
Do you know why I pulled you over?
Do you want to have tea, sir? What are you thinking?
Yeah, come over for a cappuccino and a toast.
Yeah, some toast. Oh my gosh. We actually spent this weekend moving my grandparents. So they're in nursing. I don't even know what you call it. It's not even a nursing home. It's like a facility, but like there's assisted like living, and then there's memory care. So there's different units that you can move through.
Right.
But also you could just be like, hey, yo, I'm in my 80s and I want to live in a place where there's all the amenities that are right here. So they were super resistant in moving in there. But as John and I were moving stuff from one side of the place to the other, oh my gosh, Wynton John, he gets like the cart, because we have this like big old cart, like a wagon to push, and he's loading that baby up and he's hauling ass. It's like 100 yards, and he's like, like he knows all the corners, and it wasn't easy to find. And he's just whizzing by old people. I'm like, make sure. Does that sound right? That's what you say anyways, because they were old and they're people. And I'm like, make sure you say good morning. He's like, good morning. How are you today? Good morning. How are you? And he's just like whizzing around. It was so freaking cute. But when John and I were walking back and forth one of the times, I'm like, babe, this is it. We're living in one of these.
Yeah.
And I know some people are like super resistant to that, but we're way too social. If you put me 85 years old in my house without, like, unless there's hustle and bustle and family and things happening all the time, because this place has just, well, Megs has been there. Yeah. You guys just get a load of this. And a lot of places have all these things, right? But there's like a salon, there's area where people are doing like puzzles and games, and then they have, different events or activities or crafts, and they're going to do painting, and they're going to do a tea party, and then there's a pool room, and then there's happy hour every day at 5, and then there's activities. Like it's awesome. John's like, I'll be in there's a movie theater.
Yeah, I saw the movie theater.
He's like, I'll just be in there all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool. Hopefully you're not getting a blowy from one of the other ladies in the place, but otherwise.
Well, he does have a nice ass, according to your grandma.
Welcome to Maturish Mamas, guys. I'm Cal.
I'm Meg.
Sorry about that. We just dove on in for you.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a nice spot.
It is a very nice spot. It's literally an all-inclusive for seniors.
Yes, it is.
And we do love ourselves an all-inclusive.
We do enjoy. And you know what? I get it. They say the food's a little bland because they're trying to take care of your hearts. But your food you're eating changes anyways. And guess what? You have your own cabinets in your room. If you want to bring down a stick of butter and some salt, by all means, bring her down.
Do it.
Yep. But so we could do the same spot.
We could do the same spot. Or we could move it into like a tropical area.
Oh, that sounds heavenly. I've been thinking about that lately, dang it.
Oh, me too.
I'm just like, I can tell when my emotions are high, my body, it's like, that's my medicine. Mm-hmm. And it's just craving it real a lot right now. Megs just got back from Cali, and also you got a beautiful rain experience, but you didn't quite get that sunshine.
That San Francisco, like, fog, little drizzle. In Panama, it's called bajareki. It's like a little drizzle that just, it's like misting. Yeah. So yeah, it was not sunny yet, but it's also the very beginning of May. So I think that's pretty normal out there right now. But
and I think if you go to San Francisco, like, wouldn't it just be not the right experience?
Yeah, because it always like burned off by the end of the day. Yeah. So you started the day, it was drizzly and gray and a little windy and the fog. Yeah. It's just it is really cool.
That is. Did you guys do the steepest road and the windiest road?
We saw it. We didn't do it, but we did see it on the trolley. We drove by it or whatever. But yeah.
I don't know what I mean like by do it, like ride up and down it. Like, did you do it? Did you get in your skateboard and ride down that windiest road and eat shit?
Yeah. Nope, not this time.
Okay, well
that's for later.
That's for when I'm in my elder years and I'm doing whatever the F I want
my
whenever
golden
I want.
years.
Okay, the Golden Girls weren't even old.
I know.
Weren't they in their 50s and 60s?
Yeah, I think a few of them. I think Blanche,
Yeah.
you know, the foxy lady who's
Foxy.
like, she's...
That was Foxy, not Fuxy. But, you know, either way.
She's a foxy fuxy. Yeah, I think she was in her early 50s. And Rose, too. She was young.
That is ridiculous.
And, oh my gosh, this may be just a mega fact because I could be making it up.
It's right.
But I think, okay, I know all of their names, but I know I'm blanking all of a sudden. The really tall lady.
Yep.
And the other short lady was her
Rose.
mom. No.
Rose,
Rose.
Blanche, Elderberry, and
Yep.
Dina.
The big one.
Yep, the bigger one.
So the tall lady and then the little old lady was her mom.
Yeah.
I think that her mom was younger than her.
My
in
gosh.
real life, even though she looked older and she was little and she was like, oh my, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So, but just funny.
God. Yeah, there's that is a true mega fact for sure.
Yep.
I just in my older years, I think maybe that's because we are already approaching. We're just doing old. This is what we're doing.
That's what we're doing now.
Okay.
It's
yeah,
great.
because we're not stopping.
Nope.
I can't stop, won't stop. Don't stop us.
Came, I saw, conquered, I came, I saw.
I saw, I conquered, I came. No, I came, I saw, I conquered. You guys know the song,
Fireball.
Right? But you think about, like, I guess our fucks are being let go of right now in our mid 40s. So maybe that's why the Golden Girls, like, that is like the golden age, not because you're white haired by that time, although they all pretty much were.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was doing a video when I was in Arizona last time, and I was like, is your whole head white? What just happened? And then I was like, I'm grateful to have white hair someday.
Absolutely.
But it's where we are entering that phase of life where we really are owning ourselves from a space of kindness. That's the other thing. I will say that I do think that there's probably more catty old people than I'd love to be like, especially catty old women, you know, like bitching and moaning or whining and still treating others unkindly. That makes me kind of sad. I'm like, be true, be like yourself, but also like, can you just be kind? Just don't hang out with those people if they're not your people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But anyways, maybe that's why the whole Golden Girls happened, because we're already entering that phase where, I mean, we did just wear our fur coats out. So we are entering, you know, a stage of golden.
We're entering our golden years.
Our golden.
Our golden era.
Oh my God. You guys, if you're in your 40s, we just called you golden era worthy.
Yep. You're entering the golden gate.
I just saw one of the reels. I love when people remake reels. Like remake the same thing, because the ideas are funny, but like the likelihood you're going to connect with that one person is like not. So like there's so many different ones. But this person's like, she's interviewing to enter her 40s. And so you're like, okay, so just, you know, here's some things that are going to be happening. And the one that stood out the most to me is they're like, so right now, the most valuable thing in your entire schedule and in your entire life is going to be your sleep. Nothing is more important than your sleep. And like that has hit us so hard. But when you have babies in your 40s, it really fucks with your mind.
It's a whole, it fucks with your sleep, which is the most important thing that you need. So this is au naturel with no sleep. This is how 40-year-olds act when they're supposed to sleep and they don't get a lot of sleep.
This is it.
So
you have John Carroll last night. He comes to bed at the same time as me. I'm like, why? I used to like that. And now I'm like, I'm sorry. You need to wait. And you got to give me a 30-minute head start of being asleep before you start snoring next to me. So could you ABC your way out of here? But he didn't. He laid on down with me like, oh, honey, look at me laying you next to you. It's so nice. It's so sweet. And then we turn off the TV. And I'm not kidding. 17 seconds later, it's like, I'm like,
son of a bitch.
Fuck. It's 8:45 p.m. How long is it going to take me to fall asleep? I've already taken my magnesium, my magnesium citrate, my magnesium glycinate, my melatonin. Like I'm like trying to take all the shit, all these vitamins to be able to fall asleep, and he's just snoozing.
I know that is like, what a gift that God gave men. Just close your eyes.
You can pee anywhere you want.
Anywhere you want. Okay, I did have a moment this weekend in San Francisco too that I had. Poor John, he's laying in bed. We're in this room all together. He's laying in this bed. Cass is laying in this other bed. They're on their phones, and I'm washing my face, right? And I'm having this moment, and I was like, kind of like starting to like, something was boiling inside me a little bit. Like, this is fucked up. So I turned to Johnny, and I'm like washing my face. I'm like, listen to this. Isn't this shitty? I was like, basically, since I was 12 years old, I have had to get up earlier to do my hair, do my makeup. Then every single night, I take it all off to go and do it again every day. Like, how many hours, days, years have I sat in front of a mirror to get ready and get unready for the day while y'all just lay in your bed and just enjoy? And it's like, you just wake up, brush your teeth, piss, I'm out, see ya.
Go. I know every morning when I'm like up and I'm always the one that's like picking up too. And then John's just in bed laying there on his phone. I'm like, the fuck? He's like, we don't have to go for 10 minutes. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Well, I've been up for an hour and a half and I don't even look like I did anything to myself. It's not like there was this big transformation.
Right.
You're not seeing transformation videos on our socials. No. We're not exuding those because that's not what happens. Okay.
Nope.
But he just like, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, I know. It's just
that is
awesome
bullshit
for them. Yeah. Awesome for them. But yeah, it is pretty bullshitty for sure.
Pretty bullshitty.
But yeah, anyways, I have, as I'm entering my golden era, I have stopped wearing makeup pretty often. Like, I have stopped giving a fuck about that so much.
It does feel good to not have to like get mascara off your eyeballs at night, especially.
Yeah, it does.
That's great.
It does. And I just show up places and it's like, I don't care so much to the point that I forget that I even don't have anything on my face.
The time where Witten put jewels all over us and we're doing like drop-offs. And then that night I went to Skate City with everybody. I kept everything on.
Of course you did.
Well, yeah, because why would I mean, it was a Witten, he honored me with these jewels. But you forget you're not wearing makeup. You forget you have jewels over your face.
Yep.
And then people make comments and I'm just staring at them like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, nice gems. And I'm like, thanks, I'm pretty gemmy. I'm like, oh yeah, I have shit all over my face.
Right. And I love that they say that and then you're probably like looking at them like,
yeah.
So then they're like, what's wrong with that? Yeah. She's got gems on her face, and then I comment her and I complimented them, and then she looks at me like, what's your problem?
And then like in today's day and age, she probably identifies as a gemstone. I don't know.
As a unicorn.
Yeah. And the other day he says, Mom, we're all like having like a serious conversation, we're doing whatever. He interrupts us and he's like, Mom, hey, so why do pirates love mermaids so much? But he didn't say any of the words right, so I had to decipher because we don't watch a lot of pirates and mermaid things. I'm like, well, babe, because pirates live on the sea and mermaids are so beautiful and they're in the ocean. They have long, beautiful hair and they sing pretty and they're glittering. And he's like, wow, yeah. He's like, a mermaid's real? I'm like, absolutely not. But maybe in some, Kinsey's like, Mom, the ocean's not even explored yet. There could be mermaids down there.
That's true. There could be mermaids down there.
Yep.
They haven't explored it completely.
Yeah.
One other thing that we like to talk about since we're on our old little trip here, is, which I am so in love, and I've really, really started enjoying like asking people, is what's your soul age? What's your soul, like, how old are you for real though? Because I think that that's so relevant and so true. And when you do identify it's a great feeling. Like, you can kind of like live in that even more.
Yes.
Knowing that even though to the world, I am 45 years old, right?
They're confused.
They
don't know.
Yeah. But in my heart, in my mind, in my body, I'm a good 32, man. I am a solid 32.
Crushing the 32.
So what is your soul age, Cal?
Yes. First of all, can we just rework and rewrite the way we ask people questions when we meet them? This would be such a more fun question. Like, what do you do? Or what's your job? Like, now people don't even ask me that. They say, do you work? Like, that's their question.
No.
And I'm like,
I don't. Because I do what I love.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know how to answer that. So can we just move on to my soul age?
Yeah.
Which is,
do you work?
Do you work? Yeah. So do you work? And I think mom to mom too, like it feels more like a do you work question.
Yeah. So
and
do you work?
Yeah. Yeah. If a guy did that to me, I might just like sock him in the eye. But another woman, I'm like,
you're like, I'm a boxer.
Yeah. Yeah. Watch this. I'm going to box the shit out of you right now. So my soul age is 27.
I love it. It's
Yeah.
so perfect. Yep.
I just feel in my heart and my soul that 27 just wants to dance around. But also, I just did a reel. I'm also 75. Because like the soul age, like expression and like excitement and all the things, but like I better be able to rest. Like I'm not.
Yeah, I got to be in bed by 7:30.
Yeah, like let's just not ignore the sleep hygiene we already talked
I
about.
got to take my magnesium and get into my nightie so I can get into bed by 7:30.
Especially because now I wear pajamas inspired by you. So now I'm like actually in nighties. Like I have gotten old. It's awesome.
It is. I love it, love it, love it. Because I mean, what even is age? You know what I mean? Like we measure our life by how many years we've been on it, but I don't think that's a good measure.
No.
Of what life is, what age is, what you are.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, what's your soul age? The one that I just had that made me laugh so hard as I asked one of my friends at a party, and we were just kind of talking, and I was like, what's your guys' soul age? And she was like, 28. And I was like, oh yeah. She's like, no, a 28-year-old cat. So I'm like, oh, you're like 170?
She's like, I just sun cat all day long. I just want to lay around and have people pet
She's like,
me.
my tongue like hangs out and like it was great.
Okay,
but
yeah, I'm not going to ask their animal, but
Yeah.
but if you want to answer in an animal and you got that down,
that's what she connected
then
with.
that's really the wonderful.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I just don't think the age is a great representation of measurement of who you are.
No, because some people, I'm like, I feel like it's so much more about your like, so there's the soul age, but there's like the soul expression, the way
Yeah.
that you show up to life and how you serve and how you treat other people. Like, I think that that's like an indicator of your maturity. Immature moms, mature.
I'm like, that's why we didn't know what it was.
That's probably it. Like, what's
Yeah.
that word?
Yeah.
But
Like someone's like right now, if someone was like to say to me while I'm walking down the gym hallway in my fur coat, act your age. Well, what the fuck does a 45-year-old supposed to act like? I don't know. I'm 45 and I'm acting like this, so I am acting my age.
I am my age, and this is how I act.
Yeah. So
Suck it, Trebek. You can just keep
that's
throwing
it.
that one in
I
there.
love it. I love it.
There's that. I want to tell a grandpa story.
Okay, do it.
Because it's just so fun. Like, I don't know if you guys have some of your older people in your life still, and when the last time you just like sat down and asked them questions about their lives. Because what's so interesting, or at least in my space of life right now, because other people have already gone through this, is that we're going to lose all of those stories. We're going to lose the way that they did life. We're not going to understand because books aren't going to fully depict it. Movies aren't going to fully depict it. But when you ask your grandpa about what his lifestyle was, that is so freaking cool. And the fact that I have a grandpa still, like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
It's awesome.
So, and I don't think I shared this on here. I know I shared it with you.
No, I don't
maybe.
think you have.
Okay, so I was visiting my papa a couple different times, and I'm just asking him questions, like, tell me about growing up, and he ends up telling me the story. Oh, I feel like maybe I did.
No, you didn't. You told me.
Okay.
You told me.
And if you guys get to hear this, rewind it and listen to it 3 times anyways, because this is powerful. So my grandpa, he's talking about his first jobs. I'm like, how did you start working? Because he was really big into construction management and built a lot of this whole city that we live in. And he's just contributed a lot to the city that we live in. So I'm like, how did that even start? And he's like, well, okay, so I got my first job, and I'm going to shorten it up for time's sake. But he says that, I got my first job, and it's like distributing papers. So he would go around and he would throw out the papers. Then he was coming back from his paper route, and he saw a man that was having a hard time in his yard. So he's like, hey, mister, can I help you? And the guy's like, absolutely. So I went over. He did not talk this fast either. I went over and I helped them out all day long. Like it was just an older person who needed help. Pause right there. A young gentleman who pauses to help an older person. Like, I don't know if I just don't have the opportunity to witness that anymore.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like
Just
I
for the fact to help,
see
the only motivation is to help your neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just to be watching that. And I pray that we're raising our children to know to do things like that. And I just don't know sometimes if we are. But okay, so then he starts helping this guy, and he's like, you know what? If you want, I own a store, and you could come down and you could work the store maybe on Saturdays. So now he's working after work, and now he's got this other or after school, sorry, because he's like 13 at the time. And then he gets a weekend job. So now he's also working on the weekend. And he did play football, so he was doing sports too. He's doing all of it. So Saturdays he's working at this guy's store, and the guy's like, "Hey, I got some stuff to do. Could you close up tonight?" 14-year-old, my whole store. And Grandpa's like, "Yeah, sure, no problem. Like, I'll clean up everything." He's like, "What do you want me to do with the money in the till?" And he's like, "Just put in like a couple ones and then put all the rest of the money and throw it in a trash can, throw it in a trash bag, and then throw it in the trash can." Like, let's talk about the high security system.
Well, just talk about the way of how the world has changed, man. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And he's like, "Okay, cool." So he closes up, he locks up, throws all the money in the trash, goes home. And as he's walking home.
And I love that he doesn't question it at all.
Yeah, he's just like,
"Yep, okay,
yep, no problem." And the guy's just like, "You let the 14-year-old like deal with the whole till. I'm going to trust this dude that I just met because he was helping me in the yard."
Right.
And then he's walking home and he goes by his barber, because everybody had a barber then. And he walks by the barber and they're like, "Hey, Woody, we need some help in here. Could you shine some shoes? Our shoe shiner's not here." And he's like, "Of course I can shine shoes."
Yeah.
So now he gets a third job. He's shoe shining. And they keep him on, of course, because he's a work ethic.
Yeah.
Like crazy. So he's shoe shining. He's doing his store. He's doing the paper route. And he's like, "So, Cal, I saved up." The whole story started with an ice box. Y'all know what an ice box is? Pre-refrigerators, where you just had a box of ice, which is where you kept your stuff cold. John's parents still call their fridge an ice box.
Oh, yeah.
Like, can you put that? I know.
Oh,
Love it.
That's
It's
so
so
awesome.
cute.
I'm going to start calling mine the ice
I know.
box. I'm bring that shit back.
Let's bring
it back.
Well, we are in our golden era. Let's start
Let's
saying
start.
all the
Let's
golden.
start. Let's do it.
Let's do. Everybody's gonna love it.
Pernier.
Per near they are. Oh my gosh, we can make so many cool reels too about it. So he talks about the ice packs. So at this point, he's like, so he takes his money that he'd been saving, and he told me the amounts, but it's like $7 a week or $5 a week or $10 a week, but he's got 3 jobs, and he goes and he buys his freaking mother a refrigerator. And he comes home and he has it like delivered, and they set it up, and it's like, can you imagine being the mom of 10 children? She has 10 kids. She's just lower May. She's like, I think that's right. He's like, "This is just the sweetest woman ever in the world, and I just want to take care of her." And your 14-year-old, like I think one of the youngest of your kids, second to the baby, just buys you a refrigerator. Like,
No.
my mind was blown. What? Like,
It is just,
what do you guys even have to say about that?
I know. What the hell?
Like, where is that? Where are the humans like that, with the work ethic and the contribution and just support, and then doing something like that? Like, he wasn't trying to save for his own Sega Genesis.
Yeah, right? Didn't want a PlayStation 15.
No.
He wanted to get his mom a
A
refrigerator.
refrigerator, because he loved his mom so much. That's like, I know. And then you think about, like, that's the generation that we're losing right now. And
Yeah.
it makes my heart just like,
Yeah. And you're so right. Like, what a beautiful story that you would have never known unless you asked, because those aren't things you usually just tell people. And sometimes I feel like in that generation, they need a spark to remember certain stories.
Yeah.
So when you start asking them that, they do. And then also, what a great thing for their brain, for their mind to like recall and go back and relive those moments. What a proud moment I'm sure that was for him.
Yeah.
And then to get to share it with you, his granddaughter, like, oh, the whole thing is just beautiful. And then on top of that, saying that we are going to lose this generation, we're in the process. And you're right. Books won't do it justice. Things won't do it justice. But what's so cool is that you have that connection to your grandfather, and you have that story from a lineage of your family.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like, and now in some ways it makes you want to help your children be better even.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
teach them different things because it's so easy right now to get into the cycle of busy. Everybody's so busy right now. And busy is just a fucking stupid word anyways. Like you can be busy and be unproductive. And that's pretty much what I feel like most people do.
are. Yeah.
So,
and especially the ones that are like, oh, I'm so busy.
I'm so busy. Like, yeah. And you are busy. You probably are. There's a lot of chaos in your brain, which makes it feel busy. You're probably like doing busy work.
Yeah.
But being productive and having that is so different. So being so busy right now, we kind of like get into this busy routine where things are starting to kind of just slide away, or you're letting maybe the TV raise your kid a little bit more, or you know, you're relying on the school system to do a little bit more, when really I think that especially in those older generations, it was so family oriented.
Yeah.
And that's why those things came out that way. So let's bring that back too in our golden era.
So absolutely. And like, why not spend and invest time sharing memories like that over listening to more shit that's on all of
watching
our
some show or
the shows or the news or whatever like conversation that's about to get you heated and feel upset. Instead you feel this like inspiration. So I'm going through the nursing, the whatever, what do we call this place? What do you call one of them?
Senior living facility?
Yes. Okay. I'm going through the senior living. Thanks, Meg.
Sure.
There we go.
Sure.
We'll go ahead and just like be appropriate. We'll figure this all out, you guys. So I'm going through the facility and I voice message Megs because she's in, California and I'm missing the shit out of her. And I'm like, Megs, okay, I have an idea. So here's what I'm thinking as part of our servitude we could do is we could see if we could, tell me what you guys think about this idea. We could see if we could take our equipment and set it up over there at the senior living facility a couple times and then let them sign up for like 20-minute sessions where they could come in. They could either just tell their own story or we could ask them some directed questions about their life or some of their favorite memories and be able.
Or their family member could come and do it even.
Yes.
They can both be on the mic together.
And we could just help them to capture some of these different memories in a space where like that's coming from them. Isn't that the coolest idea you guys have ever heard?
So cool.
I hope it's the coolest idea you're going to be messaging us. You're like, yes, can you please come to Oklahoma Senior Living Facility? And we're going to be there.
Yep. We'll get there.
Yep.
We'll get there somehow. And you know what? If we can't, you could do it even at home without all the equipment.
Yeah.
You could set your phone up and you could get little tiny microphones on Amazon for $15 if that's all you need.
That's true.
And you just sit there with whoever it is in your life. It doesn't even have to be your grandparents, even your parents.
Yeah.
And allow them to talk and tell their story. And, something too, because I love this idea and I've always wanted to do, like I've always been tried to encourage like Joyce and everybody. I'd buy them these journals. People don't want to write. They don't want to sit and write about it, but to sit and have a conversation, like not only are you with them in the room and there's interaction and they're like looking at you, their grandchild or their child and being able to tell you a story.
Yeah.
It just comes out easier.
Yeah.
And it's on video for everybody.
Forever. Isn't that just, yeah. So we're going to make that happen. That's neat. In our golden era. I like the golden era.
I'm going to start wearing gold pants or something.
I'm gold all the time. Well, yeah. And just thinking about like things a little bit differently. So they say like do you feel like you had a midlife crisis?
I had a quarter life crisis, I think.
You did?
Yeah. But no, I don't. No. Mm-mm.
What was your quarter life crisis?
I just was like my crisis was that where I was at that time in my life, what is it, like 20, in my mid 20s?
Yeah.
I hadn't achieved all the things that I should have been achieved by then. So I kind of like had to freak out about that.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, you see on every single movie, there's always going to be a midlife crisis. And I feel like to me, it's more like a midlife
Renaissance
awakening. Yes. It could be both. I'll wear a Renaissance dress that's gold layered, but like it's
lady.
Yes. Hello, my ladies. Now you guys don't wear fur coats. You're wearing Renaissance dresses. That's cool.
That's cool.
Got one of those. Send her on over to us. We'll put them on an episode for sure.
Absolutely.
But I just think about it's more about the like desire to be completely present in the things. And even like just today, me thinking about the realization of birthdays and how I sometimes don't make things as special as they could be, because I've never liked the pressure of feeling like I had to have people do things for me. So then I just like, somehow I just have never been really into that. But I'm like, changing the next, my golden era, it's going to be different. We're going to celebrate the shit out of all of the days.
All of the days.
Because every day is such a beautiful freaking gift.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. And we hope that you can get to this place too, because it absolutely is. And it just makes life even sweeter. Just knowing that every moment, every day is beautiful, and celebrate the big moments and celebrate the little moments in your little ways too.
Yeah.
But celebrate those birthdays. And even if it's not, cause I totally relate with that. I'm not like, I want to be celebrated, but then it's like in a weird space and you're like, but you don't have to do a lot. You don't have to go out of the way, but it's like, do it for yourself. Then if that's what your feelings are, like, then plan your own party or do whatever that is. But celebrate, celebrate it. Celebrate good times. Come on. Dun, 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 dun.
And I think just to kind of bring her in, maybe even why this conversation, we didn't know what we were talking about when we started this. Could you guys guess that? What? I mean, we did, but we didn't talk about it. We'll talk about it at a different time.
Yeah.
What we were going to talk about.
Yeah, what we were going to talk about.
Because this was too important. But it's just, I think it's been connected, and it starts to hit different when you have health stuff happen in your family, right? And having my double mastectomy, I ended up going back in last week because I still have this extra skin that the doctor and I agree doesn't feel quite right, and likely it's scar tissue, but we don't really know. So we need to do another surgery, which means we're sending another mass off to somewhere to be tested, which is another month-long process. And it's just like when disease and ailment and cancer enters your life, there's this even heightened connection, whether it's like you personally or your world, just your sphere. It's this connection of let's take advantage of every single day. Let's live every moment. Let's celebrate those good times. So I think that's really has pushed us into this space even more than it has been in the last couple of years, which we've gone through a hell of a couple of years even since we started this baby.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah,
we definitely have. And maybe if that hasn't hit your life yet in the hardest way as it has for some other people, there's even times where I had the flu this last couple of months ago, and I just really was so aware of how different and how grateful I am that I am healthy, that I do have a healthy body when I am not having the flu. And it's gosh, dang, I really need to stay in a present place in that moment where it's I feel so good right now. And I don't want to take that for granted in any way.
Yeah.
So
that's so true.
Yeah. So maybe you just think about, you can't even breathe through your nose because you got allergies right now. Think of the times when you can, or what, you know what I mean? And live from a space of that instead of, just kind of going through the motions.
Absolutely. And I think for all of us, just maybe seeing aging differently than oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And I know some of you are watching well, you guys are only in your mid 40s. Just say that when you're in your mid 60s. And I pray that I am in my mid 60s someday, and that I'm saying that, and that we're traveling our faces off and we're wrinkly.
Yep.
And we are just doing freaking life. That's what we're going to do.
We are going to do that.
That's what we're going to do.
Because, yep. It's a privilege.
It is a privilege, and our kids they're sufficiently making so much noise upstairs. I think that's probably our cue. What do you feel?
Maybe we should go back to momming for the rest of the day.
It's what we do best.
Yep.
So we love you guys so much.
Love your guts.
I hope you're going to just step into your golden area with that gold just stringing all over you.
If this episode made you laugh, cry, or feel a little less alone, light a friend up and send it their way.
And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a thing.
I'm Cal.
I'm Meg.
And you just listened to Mature-ish Mamas.
Life Unfiltered.
We have no outtakes because we started the second we started. We didn't even.
We have the one outtake in the beginning,
of the old video.
The little boop. Yeah.
Well, that's probably perfect.
That's perfect.
all we knew.
Oh, we didn't do a sponsor today.
Well, today there's no sponsor.